So I'm Jackie, 30 years old, just turned 30. I am from the US, but I live and work in Germany, and I have worked for a company for 8 years, and I work in supply chain management operations. I run our warehousing function for our European platform, and it's a pretty demanding, high profile position, and I love it, but it's very taxing on my life, and that kind of led me to thinking that I need to start focusing on myself. Day to day, and what kind of led me to realizing that I needed to make a change was I just had no energy. Like I wasn't happy. I felt like I was living my life for work, and I just kind of realized, and after kind of like my big birthday, that I deserve those things. Like I deserve to be happy. I want to meet someone someday. I don't want my whole life to be about my job. And my anxiety got really, really bad. I was eating poorly. I wasn't moving my body at all. I was going to work and coming home and eating takeout and going to sleep. And I just felt horrible. Like when I first realized that I was going down a bad path, I felt like I was in an 80-year-old's body. And I just got really down because of that. So I realized I needed to make a change because I wasn't living the life I want to live. We get one shot. So what made me choose to come to VeraVia was several different things, but so I did a lot of research. I probably called and looked up like 40 to 50 different places because I knew I wanted to go somewhere for 4 weeks to a month or maybe even more, and it was a big investment in my life, and I wanted to make sure I was making the right decision. What really made me decide on VeraVia in the end is a few things. One, the staff that I spoke to was fabulous, answered all my questions and concerns, and allowed me to call back a few times and keep asking those questions and concerns. And they got rid of any kind of like fears I had, and that was mostly around I wanted to find something that really incorporated all elements. So for me, that was medical, fitness, nutrition, behavioral health. I said to people before I came that I want to find a holistic wellness program, and I didn't really know what that meant. I just liked the way it sounded, and coming across VeraVia and talking to everyone here, it just felt right because it had all 4 of those pillars. And it was important for me to go somewhere where I felt like the people would educate me on their kind of individual, let's say, specialties, but then those people were really, really connected behind the scenes so that I didn't have to worry, well, how does the medical component interfere with what I should be eating or how I should be moving my body? And that's kind of what made me choose VeraVia in the end. So in the end, once I decided to come to VeraVia, I ended up choosing the 4-week comprehensive stay, and I absolutely have been blown away. Like my expectations were far exceeded. It's hard to sum up like my experience here. Like I genuinely, I feel like this saved my life. I have new energy. I can get up early in the morning. I've never been a morning person. I look forward to moving my body. I don't finish my meals because I realize I'm full. I have gotten so much more in touch with my mental health and my anxiety, which has kind of like fueled or kind of ruled my life for so long, feels like it's not going to do that anymore because I have learned tools to realize what are my trigger points, what is the root of this problem, and I think I have the power within me to stop that now moving forward. Every part of the experience was really a blast. Like the workouts are super fun. Whether it's a beach walk or going to an off-site studio to do a workout or just kind of getting down to it in the gym, they're all, it's about finding something that you like and that works for you, and it's not one size fits all. That's something that I've learned here through all the different pillars. And the food is fabulous. I've loved the healthy salads for lunch, the fun, inventive ways to do eggs for breakfast, and I have not had a bad meal in 4 weeks, which I was very surprised by. So yeah, I mean, the experience really far exceeded my expectations, and I'm happy to say I now like yoga and meditation, which are two things that I kind of laughed at before coming here. But you know, there's I would say my favorite part though in all of this is the people that work at VeraVia, the passion that they have and how genuinely they cared about me blew my mind. It far exceeded my expectations. I have learned it was not just about everybody kind of talking at you and telling you, you know, this is nutrition, this is fitness, this is why you should do these things, but it was about this is why you should do these things and understand the medical, the behavioral, the fitness, the nutrition for you and your body composition and your goals. And I'm blown away. I can't wait to come back. The medical component of my stay was actually another driver of actually why I specifically chose VeraVia. A lot of other places I didn't feel like had enough of that medical component, and that was an important thing for me because I've always, gut issues have ruled my life forever. I've had horrible acid reflux for as long as I can remember. I've had a bad stomach since I was a child, and I've never been able to figure out why. You know, stress and anxiety obviously don't help with that, but and that's something I've learned here and learned how to cope with. But through working with the naturopathic doctor here, which naturopathic medicine is not only mind-blowing and fascinating and incredibly cool and interesting, but he was able to ask me questions and to have me do certain tests that no one else has asked before. And actually, we finally got to the root of what my gut issues are. And I don't know what it's like to not have a stomachache all the time, or to like not have acid burning up my throat all the time. And now I do. And you know, getting there was hard, but like the doctor said to me, you know, I'm sorry and you're welcome. Because, you know, this will completely change my life. And I've learned more about how my mind and everything I do around me impacts how I feel, whether it's my gut or my mind or my body. Going home is both sad and exciting. It's sad because I have to leave the staff at VeraVia, whom have become more like friends than anything. But I'm excited about trying out all the things that I've learned at VeraVia, and you know, seeing how they impact my, you know, and make changes in my, you know, let's say real life. I am going to make a big transition. I'm looking to move from Germany, where I've lived for 4 years with my company, back to the US, you know, hopefully in the next 6 months. And this has been so daunting for me. It's been something that has actually made my anxiety worse because I couldn't figure out where to start, and mostly because I wasn't happy with myself. And now that I feel like I'm moving better, I'm eating better, my brain fog is gone, I can't wait to, you know, look for new opportunities and to make the leap and move home. And the things that used to scare me and used to be the little weights on my shoulders, now are the like motivators, which was a moment when I realized that was a moment I just couldn't believe. So I think I've planned kind of how I want to live my life when I go home, because I'm a planner. So I know what I want to do for workouts, and the staff help me kind of create a workout plan. I know how I want to eat and what I don't want to eat, and the staff help me create a meal plan. So I feel like I'm going back with something I trust in every area, whether it's you know, medical protocols I'll be on and how I'll continue to fix my gut issues, or whatever it may be, and I can continue to use all these tools, and I feel like I have a really good blueprint, not just in my head but also written down, so that I can put that into my life. I would say the biggest surprise I got out of the program, or something that I kind of realized is Two things. So one of them is I'm absolutely blown away by the staff. I've said that a few times, but I expected to come and learn a lot. I didn't expect to come and find people that I genuinely love, like that I feel like are friends, that I am gonna miss. I really feel like they saved my life, and that is something that will stay with me forever. The things that I've learned will stay with me forever. I kind of just thought I'd be taking a lot of notes and like getting a lot of knowledge, and then okay, like you go and dissect it yourself. But I really feel like everyone here cares so much about me, and I'm a people person. So coming here alone for 4 weeks was scary, but I feel like I have a family here, genuinely, and I will miss every single person very much. But the other thing is working with the behavioral therapist. I've been stuck in a rut for a really long time, and on the outside I have a great life. Like everybody always tells me, like you're so happy, you live abroad, you travel all the time, you do all these things you wanted to do, and on the inside that just felt like weights on my shoulder. Like I was living with a cloud in my head, and I was moving day to day but not enjoying the things around me. And I had this moment of realization with the behavioral therapist where I realized like the things that I'm holding on to were my dreams. You know, moving to Europe and traveling a lot is my passion, and experiencing working in a different culture and meeting new people. And these are still things that maybe I'll incorporate somewhere down the line, but this was my dream, and my dream now is to meet someone and to have a family, and now I want to do that. Like now I'm excited about doing that. Like I can't wait to move home and put myself out there and join new groups and meet new people, and I'm just not afraid anymore. And I don't think I expected to have like that profound of feeling after 4 weeks. If I were to describe VeraVia in 2 sentences, I would probably say VeraVia is a place where you get what you give. If you are ready to make a change in your life for whatever reason, and you feel committed to that in your soul, when you come to VeraVia, you will get that and so much more. It's a place of happiness, of inner peace, of laughter, of struggles, of great wins, of doing things you thought you'd never be able to do, like push-ups in my case. But it's magic. Like it's a place where you can believe in yourself again, where you realize that you're your only obstacle in a lot of cases, and it's possible to be the you that you want to be. I mean everything I say to the bottom of my heart. I feel like this saved my life.